Oye, vamos a tirar una vez más. Miguelito. Ajá, yeah. Dale hasta abajo, baby, no hay más nada. Vamos despacito que te voy a guayar. Dice taquiti, taqui, 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 taquita. Taquiti, taqui, taqui, taquita. Muévelo como taquita, ta, ta, ta. Ven acá. Taquiti, taqui, 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 ta, ta, ta. Taquita, taquita. Ven acá. Taquiti, taqui, taqui, taqui. Oye. Baby, vamos a hacerlo toda la noche aquí no espero. Costi para pelo, mami, replicando cuero. La noche, rotos en la toque. Una negra dura, le di hasta la 14. Dale hasta abajo, baby, no hay más nada. Vamos despacito que te voy a guayar. Ey, no se acabó la noche y está alerta. Ponte en cuatro, baby, ven pa' acá, tica. Oye, ponte pa' mí, mami, dale pa' atrás. Le damos bien duro hasta la mañana. Dale, mamita, con todo lo que da. Gritando mi nombre hasta la madrugada. Bájate, hasta el show. Ponte, mami, el pesquitero. Hasta la mañana te rapo en la cama, te pongo en las pilas y el puse te remo. Si tu cama yo llego, la popo lo dámela. Mira el que me jala. Movie, yo tengo la chica virada. Baby, dale hasta abajo, baby, no hay más nada. Vamos despacito que te voy a guayar. Ey, no se acabó la noche y está alerta. Ponte en cuatro, baby, ven pa' acá, tica. Ey, mami, vamos al mambo, vamos a bailar pero vamos matando. Estoy pa' ti, Rambo mi rango, no te apures que te agarro bajo tierra. Tiquita, baby, vamos no tocar, que lo que te gusta. Ven acá.
To settle down, I ain't your last, nigga. All this ice around my neck, my shit don't swim, nigga. I got the chills, nigga. Whatever. I'm the breadwinner, certified go-getter. Don't compare me to these niggas, cause my bag bigger. I told the hoe to settle down, I ain't your last, nigga. I'm pulling up for a truck like who was that, nigga? I'm running laps around these fuck niggas, I'm that, nigga. I'm getting wrecks back to back, I am a cash out. I'm that, nigga. I'm him across the map, nigga. If you tell my story, tell it right, I'm that, nigga. I came through 5%, I'm hot, I come in frying shit. My wrist is blurry, I can't even check what time it is. I can see you niggas hating through my Cardi lens. They done put me in the game, you let some bosses in. You niggas lunch me, shawty want a Sunday dinner. When I pull up in that lamb, I bet she coming with us. She tired of fucking lames, she wanna fuck a winner. I ain't beefing about a bitch, cause I ain't chicken tender. I'm the breadwinner, certified go-getter. Don't compare me to these niggas, cause my bag bigger. I told the hoe to settle down, I ain't your last, nigga. I'm pulling up for a truck like who was that, nigga? I'm running laps around these fuck niggas, I'm that, nigga. I'm getting wrecks back to back, I am a cash out. I'm that, nigga. I'm him across the map, nigga. If you tell my story, tell it right, I'm that, nigga. I got plenty motion, plenty hoes like Hulk Hogan. Flexing your mama rent money, but you get money. My drip stay on 1,000, I ain't live for nothing. For that cash, I can have COVID and I'm still coming. I made a name off different plays, you better find a way. Get in with me, man, I promise that's your lucky day. Came in this bitch to charge up, I ain't come to play. My hoes, they give me daddy treatment like it's Father's Day. I'm the breadwinner, certified go-getter. Don't compare me to these niggas, cause my bag bigger. I told the hoe to settle down, I ain't your last, nigga. I'm pulling up for a truck like who was that, nigga? I'm running laps around these fuck niggas, I'm that, nigga. I'm getting wrecks back to back, I am a cash out. I'm that, nigga. I'm him across the map, nigga. If you tell my story, tell it right, I'm that, nigga. I'm the breadwinner, certified go-getter. Don't compare me to these niggas, cause my bag bigger. I told the hoe to settle down, I ain't your last, nigga. I'm pulling up.
Loading, strap with the lyrics like I'm bowling. Keep pushing on, keep rolling. Don't wanna listen, but I told him one more time. Your favorite MCs, bronze or silver. These raps here are golden. Cards on the table, there's no folders. Spit bars at the club, zoning. TikTok come to London, get ripped off. Man, get pissed off when I start lift off. Like David Baby, I'm pissed off. Man, get the bars and get ripped off. Things like I told you.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are live. We've been live for a while now, but we're looking at a big day. Thank God it's Friday, and the stones are set. It's rolling. The family, everybody, welcome back home, and sound is set up high. The chat is open for everyone to join in later on today, and the news is hot. You can't. It's too much to take. Let's roll the tape. If you're here to look for a blind take, you're in the wrong place. I bet you're in the wrong place because Stamford Bridge is on absolutely fire today. It is Friday. The phone lines, as said, officially will be open. And we are counting down the final hours or minute to Enzo Fernández strict 5 o'clock p.m. deadline day for Manchester City. And Enzo Fernández, if wherever you're watching us from, please drop your tuning in, and also in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe, and also drop your comments and your questions and your opinion. The live chat is also right there. Cast a vote. Let's see where we go with these Enzo Fernández news. And also we're tracking left and breadth of all the journalists out there and any report that comes in terms of Manchester City. Chelsea are now waiting for Manchester City to put in a bid. Would they do it? Will they go above the 102 whatever million that they've put in? And will Chelsea accept it? I think Chelsea stand on 120 million. And Friday, this is what we do on this platform. We review each and every topic being discussed throughout the week. And with you guys being here, I'll be very, very happy to go through the whole entire season Q&A as we plan weekly content review from Monday to Thursday. And we review this topic from Monday, Valentina Bacco, 40 million, and the World Cup backlash. As you guys know, on Monday, on Tuesday, we did discuss the clearance of Trevoh Chalobah, him making this move to Como. We also went ahead on Wednesday. We discussed the Xabi Alonso squad list and Martin Zubimendi interest. We did not end there. We did talk also. We did went on Thursday. I think it was a Thursday. Yes, if I can remember. Thursday, we did talk about Pep Chavarria's deal, the 5 p.m. and also the 5 p.m. Enzo Fernández ultimatum. So this is what we have for you guys on BCM Sports today's platform and stuff we're going to talk about. We can't do it alone without you guys. With you guys, we are filled with motivation. So Stephen G is here with me. I don't have to do any more a break, so we just get right into it. I hope Stevie G is ready. As we also tracking and waiting for any news that comes in for Enzo Fernández or Manchester City. We got 45 minutes to go, as you guys can see right on the clock. We have a special timer created for this special event. 45 minutes, 43 seconds left on the dot, and it's counting down. Today's stream is all about Enzo Fernández. 5 p.m. countdown. Enzo, 120 or no deal from Chelsea. That's what Chelsea asking. Steven, good afternoon to you. And is it good evening? Is it afternoon? Evening, right? Good evening to you, right?
I'd say afternoon. It's 4:15. I'd say afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon to you, and welcome back to the show. How are you doing? And how your day going? How was it? How was your day? What did you really do special? Something different?
Not really, to be honest with you. Just speaking to people.
Same old.
Yeah, just speaking to people, catching up, stuff like that. It's not really much going on, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
But,
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nick. It's the final countdown for Enzo Fernández.
Do what?
120 million or no deal.
Yeah, 120 million or no deal. Manchester City. Look, I stand here and say, look, also, Enzo Maresca has done Chelsea very bad. With the way we treated him, the way we paved way for him. We paved way for him to be recognized in the world. Without Chelsea, Enzo Maresca wouldn't have an opportunity to, coach in the highest level. Yes, it could have been a Pep, replacement at Manchester City, but then City would not be so sure of what Enzo Maresca can provide.
He would have been untested at a big club.
At the bigger club, yes.
He would have been untested.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that's right, 100%. It would have been untested, but with Chelsea gave him the chance, and now he's been tested 1.5 seasons at Chelsea and winning multiple trophies. Shows what Enzo Maresca can do on the highest level, and that is why it makes it so easy for City to replace him when Pep Guardiola depart or left Manchester City. We're still tracking. While still tracking, waiting for any update from any of the accredited journalists out there. We're still looking at a review of. We will be going through a few of the topics that we went through the whole week. That's what we do on Fridays. If something new, we have some few news also there. Liam Delap, as usual, if you don't know, yes, Como are showing interest on Liam Delap, and also we'll be discussing Badiashile. Also yesterday, it was being his move to Napoli. I think it's been clear that he'll be on loan to Napoli with an option to buy for Manchester, Liverpool, not Liverpool, and Napoli. It's too early for me. But anyway, Stephen, anything on your side? Any report from anywhere?
So one came out from BBC Sport, and they're saying that it's dependent on Rodri going to Barcelona. But the deals don't have to be agreed at the same time. But if City know Rodri's definitely going, they will then sign Enzo. If they don't know that Rodri's going, they will not sign Enzo Fernández.
But you and I all agree.
As of this moment, zero has been agreed between Man City and Barcelona for Rodri.
So who is slowing down now? Is it Barcelona or is it Rodri? Because I know 100% Rodri wants to continue the chapter of his career in Spain.
If anything, it's Barcelona, because Barcelona have no reason to rush a deal through. And he's got a year left on his deal, and I think Man City want about £60 million or something like that. 50 to 60 million pounds.
But why won't Rodri join? Go ahead, Steven.
No, I'm saying it's Barca that's slowing it down, if anything, because Barca haven't put what Man City want on the table for Rodri. Personal terms between Barca and Rodri won't be an issue. It's purely club to club with Barca and Man City.
That's what the problem is. It's club
who
to
knows? Like I said, who knows? Because it depends on that. And if they don't know definitively that he's going to go or that Barca are going to pay up the money that they want, that means Man City, you're gone.
But Man City also said they're not going to stand in the way. Man City said they're not going to be in the way of Rodri moving to either Barcelona or Real Madrid. Not going to stand in the way.
Yeah, but they've also said they're happy to keep him if no one pays the money because it's Rodri.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those where it's a respect thing. Like, he's achieved a lot at the club, so we're not going to stand in his way. He's towards the end of his, well, not necessarily towards the end of his career. I think he's about 29, 30. And we know that he wants to end his career in Spain, so we won't stand in his way. He's done a lot for us. He's achieved a lot with us, so out of respect, we're not going to stand in his way. But the bottom line is, if that money doesn't get paid, then that deal's not happening. So then what happens, Nee? His contract runs out next summer and he goes to Spain anyway. So
he goes
Rodri ain't going to complain, do you know what I mean?
He goes for free. Right?
Yeah,
he goes for
he
free.
ain't going to complain. Well, I stay one more year. I'm in a team that still has Haaland. It has like all these top players, right? We can still win trophies. And then I go on a free, get more money and go to Spain anyway. It's a win-win. Go Spain this year or go Spain next year.
It's a win-win situation right now. We watched the press conference from Enzo Maresca earlier on?
Oh,
what was he talking about? He's trying to pretend like he doesn't know what is going on. He didn't want to talk about it, but it's out there in the news. It's out there in the news.
Snake.
Oh, I got some comments here. Let me check.
Snake.
Yeah,
that's what it is, Nick.
Yeah, he is indeed is. All right, big up to you, my friend. Says your live Chelsea have not received any bid from Man City. He says you lie.
We don't lie. There has been an offer of about 102 million that was put on the table.
Yeah,
that's not a lie.
What did I lie about, my friend? There was an offer earlier on yesterday or a day before. There was an 102. Was it 102 million, Stephen?
102, 102.5 if I'm to be exact.
Yeah, 102 million was being made. So why did I lie? I don't lie. I don't lie, my friend.
We pride ourselves on only reporting stuff from people who are deemed among the best in the reporting of news and transfer news and stuff like that. We've got no reason to do clickbait or any of that stuff. So we don't need to lie. We could have literally just put the headline as something along the lines of final countdown Enzo Fernández. That would have still worked. We don't need to lie and say there's been an offer.
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to gain from lying. I wouldn't gain anything. I wouldn't lie to get you to subscribe to my channel or anything. That's not part of me. No.
We don't need to.
We don't need. If I have to say something and for some reason it doesn't happen, I'm just putting two and two together, thinking this is what my theory is saying. This is what I read when I was reading. This is what I put together, and this is what I think it might happen. That is different from just coming over here and say something without no substance. That's a bit different.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly who. I sort of remember who the reporter is. I can't remember his name because I've only seen it by the name they have it as on Twitter when it gets aggregated, right? But okay, it was may not have been a formal offer, but it was an offer. It was a verbal offer. It's an offer of some kind. Like Blue Lounge is saying, right? Mo, 102 million was not a formal bid. It was still a offer, a bid. It just wasn't a formal one, right? It was a verbal one, which is still an offer because you use that to gauge where everyone's at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's still an offer. It's just it wasn't a solid. Okay, bang, here you go, formal offer. This is the details of it. But yeah, it's still a bid. It's still a offer. We've got no reason to lie to people to get them to subscribe.
That's true. All right. Thank you very much, everyone, joining us on the live stream today. If you haven't dropped a like on the video, please do me a favor, drop a like on the video. It's very, very important. We'll be streaming for 53 minutes now. We've just been talking for almost about 10 minutes or 20 minutes. But then the live stream has been running because of the countdown. But big up to Mo Kasim of the Brulant YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Mo. I hope you're doing very well. And it says was not a formal bid. 102 million was not a formal bid.
Yeah, that's what I just read out.
Yeah, correct. Verbal offer was made. Verbal offer was made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So guys, as you guys can watch on the stream, we are there. We got just absolutely 0 hours. Yeah, no more hours left. It's just 35 minutes, 57 seconds left on the dot, waiting for Manchester City to react to what Chelsea put up. And Stephen, I was also listening to some few people discuss this yesterday or early morning. Was it needless or was it not uncalled for Chelsea to put up that statement of giving Manchester City or any other party who is involved or interest in Enzo Fernández a deadline day to react? Was it needless or was Chelsea on point?
I don't think it's needless. I think it's a point of saying. I think it's a way of saying. Let me put it this way, right? It's a way of saying to everybody, he's our player. He's got about 6 years left or whatever he's got left on his contract, right? We have the power. We have control. If he wants to be unhappy if a deal doesn't go through, he can be unhappy if he wants. But he's still our player. And if he wants to act unprofessionally, then Chelsea deal with it however they deal with it, right? So their point is more, we have control. He's under contract for a long duration of time. This isn't a player that's out of contract next summer where we're pressured to sell, or 2 years left where we're pressured to sell. And we want this resolved before the season starts because we don't want this to drag on into the season. So that's why they've done it and said, look, 5 p.m. Friday, before our final preseason game, which is on tomorrow, by the way.
Tomorrow.
So they want it done not just before the Premier League season starts. They want it done before the final preseason game, which would be the first game of any kind, friendly or competitive, at Stamford Bridge for Xabi Alonso. And Chelsea want it wrapped up because if it drags into the season, it could get messy. So Chelsea want it resolved so everyone knows where they stand. 5 p.m, £120 million or nothing. If it's not here, it's closed, it's finished. We're not talking. It's as simple as that, really. It's just a case of showing people we're in control here, we have the power. And to put it another way, it's Chelsea stamping down authority on the situation.
Yeah. I read some comment that now the Chelsea are acting like big boy club, like because of that statement that they made. That if you want
I've seen comments like that. I don't know if there was one in our stream yesterday, but I've seen people saying similar as like, oh, Chelsea are acting like a big club again now. Like,
yeah, like we own the power to the player. If you want the player, we're giving it up to this because we have a season to prepare for. If you want him, take him out so we can replace him within a short period of time. Because no one have time. They don't want to drag this to the end of the deadline day, and now they have to try and then bring somebody else in. If they have to bring the person in, then they have a period of time to start working on a deal within that space. They don't want to, like we did with Benfica. No one knows deadline day before David Ornstein and Fab reported that Enzo was coming to Chelsea. Deadline day.
That was one of the best streams we ever did, by the way.
Oh yeah, what a stream and what a turn up! What a
That
turn
was
up!
probably
Also.
that was probably the biggest stream in terms of numbers and everything, and just general fun. As much as it was stressful, as much fun as we had on that stream as well. Like that was probably the biggest stream we've ever done.
Exactly. And then, guys, if you don't know much, during the deadline day, we'll be here about 5 hours. We do the every transfer window. We do that every transfer window. We spend about 5 hours.
I think the
What
deadline
we do
has
is
gone back to the old times now.
Oh yeah. What we're gonna do is usually we come in for 3 hours before deadline. Before the window closes, and after the window closes, we stay in for extra 2 hours. Why? It's because there's something called deal sheets. Deal sheets. Yes, sir.
The deadline is back to being 11 p.m. UK, which would be 6 p.m. for you. Is in the actual deadline day.
Yeah. It doesn't.
So we're back to being on here till about midnight my time.
Guy, it's not easy sitting down for over 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours sitting down here. Tracking transfers and waiting for transfers that were already pending and before the window closes, because I was discussing. 207.
Just quickly, what I'd add to that is the amount of this isn't me, as we'd say, tooting my own horn, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
But the amount of stuff that I do like the night before into that day, up to even like an hour before we stream, of looking through like, okay, what have I missed? Who could potentially move? And I'm going through all these accounts, Athletic, Ornstein himself, Fab, like all these big accounts. And I'm just going through trying to get as many deals as possible into this document so that we consistently have stuff to talk about. Do you know how long that genuinely takes me, Nee? No joke.
No.
When I'm first setting that up, I could be doing that for 4 or 5 hours and then I'd just update it throughout the day. But that could take me from 11, 12 o'clock at night till silly o'clock in the morning so that we've got something ready. And then we sit here for 6, 7 hours, 8 hours doing the actual show on top of that.
I don't like this view. Just gonna change it. Steven, I've started doing some few codings over here. How do you like this setup? Yeah, I gotta change the setup.
Messed up because I'm messing around with it. Seconds isn't going properly.
Yeah, this one was much better with the first one.
But yeah, what was the question?
No, it's changed again. I said it's changed again. But anyway, guys, the countdown. Steven, can you explain more to the viewers on the countdowns and the deal sheet? I was explaining it to them, and then I started doing something.
Okay, so for actual deadline day,
yeah,
if there's certain things that have been agreed for a deal to happen, which means it's essentially down to just medical and signatures, there's a thing called a deal sheet. You'll see us talk a lot about this on, I want to say it's the 2nd, is it 2nd or 4th of September? Something around there, that's deadline day, right? You'll hear us talk a lot about that on actual deadline day, and we'll be able to explain it a bit better then. But essentially, if you've got a deal that's close but not quite finished, you have to fill out this deal sheet document with whatever details it asks for. I can't remember the exacts. I think it's like transfer fee, the selling club's name, the buying club's name, and a couple of other things like the structure of the payments and stuff like that. You have to then submit that to the relevant people, whether that be the FA or FIFA or whatever, because if it's international, it's subject to FIFA clearance and all that. And then you get, I think it's, I want to say for a national transfer, it's a 2-hour extension, and for a domestic, it's a 1-hour extension, if I remember rightly. But that's to get signatures done, medicals, stuff like that. So the deadline will be 11 p.m. in the UK in September. But if teams submit deal sheets, could be talking about deals midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. We won't be on here at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll show you that. I'll be way too tired by that point. But sometimes you see deals confirmed even like 10 o'clock the next morning where it was all done, but they just had to do the media stuff, which once everything's signed, you can do the media stuff whenever you want. But that's sort of off the top of my head because I don't have a version of a deal sheet in front of me right now, so I can't fully explain it. But for deadline day, I'll make sure we've got one.
Okay. Keep tracking, guys. We're still tracking if there's going to be any more news or information on social media from any journalists.
Get the news at 5, by the way.
What was that, Steven?
I do hope we get the news at 5.
At 5. Okay, so we got 25 minutes. 25.
No,
minutes
I'm saying
left
I hope we get it at 5 and not later.
5. Okay. Yeah, I think this I've saved it, but when I refresh the timer, it changed my information that I have on the screen. That's annoying.
Bear with me. I'm just seeing if there's been anything posted.
Okay, yeah, I haven't found anything yet from some few sources that I have. Nothing yet.
I'm not seeing anything from anyone that I'd trust. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're still on here. We got 24 minutes go as the timer. Keep counting down. Gotta move some of
25 now.
24 48.
Okay, if you want to do it with the exact including seconds, sure, but minute-wise, it's technically 25.
No, my minutes-wise on my screen, Steven, it says 24. And it's
but
your
you've
time,
also
no
got
my
the
time.
seconds. But that's also because you got the exact seconds.
I don't think so. But watch it.
Your thing has minutes and seconds. See?
But minutes, it says 24. So it's counting the seconds in the countdown.
Because of the time is 4:35, which means it is technically 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because once it hits that, then you go into the 24 and so seconds.
Okay.
Which now it has hit 36, so now it's 24 minutes.
Okay.
But because yours has seconds, that's why.
All right. Delap to Como for 50 million will be the biggest win in Chelsea's history from Mo Kassim. I mean, that would be a steal.
No, let's be honest, yeah. There's no way on earth Como are paying 50 million. It'll be a loan. Let's be honest. It's an Italian club. The good thing, though, is that he has interest from other clubs like Nottingham Forest.
Do you think he prefer to stay in England or he prefer to go abroad, like Trevoh Chalobah have done?
I'd prefer we just sell him.
Jack Spence, right?
Spence
Jack Spence are ready to Inter Milan. Was it Inter Milan? Yeah, Inter Milan. Other people were asking that Jack Spence should be going, commanding a fee of 80 million plus, and I was like, what are they talking about? What really has Jack Spence really done to command? He had a good World Cup. It's not an 80 million plus World player.
Let me just clarify. You've seen people saying that Tottenham should have wanted 80 million for Jed Spence.
Plus 80 million plus.
I know the market's messed up, yeah, but what are these people want to say Jed Spence is worth 80 million? I'll be brutally honest, yeah. If you have a fit Reece James, yeah, which for the majority of last season it was a fit Reece James, yeah. 80 million doesn't buy you Reece James's right leg.
If it's 100% fit, I agree.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. For about 80% of last season, yeah. He was fit and available. It was only a few weeks at the back end of the season.
Thank you very much.
Somebody just said
we're still on it.
Someone just said that this is from one of my friends. They said, all I expect from this is that a formal offer be submitted by 5 p.m. And if they can't do that, then make them pay £1 million per minute after. So if they essentially what they're saying is, for every minute after 5 p.m. that they don't have a formal offering, make the price 1 million more. So if they submit it at 6 p.m., it'll be 180 million, is what they're saying.
Crazy. Some people are taking the piss.
To be fair, I'd back it. Do you know what? I genuinely said it, right? I said, because of how Maresca treated Chelsea and how things happen there, yeah, I'd let them make the offer, whatever the offer is that they make, yeah, and then I'll go, on second thoughts, we're rejecting it. We're not doing business with you.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's me or something. It looks like we're lagging. We're moving in slow motions or something like that. I don't know.
What about now?
Yeah, me too. See, it looks like we're using
mine's not in slow motion.
Yeah, when I look at you, it looks in slow motion for me. I don't know if I am slow motion. Am I slow motion too?
It must be your end then, because neither of us are moving slow motion on my side of things.
Yeah, because I see you slow in the slow motion, so probably something wrong. And I can't restart the stream. Stephen, whilst we're waiting for any report or any news coming up from Enzo Fernández countdown, talk to me through. I've had some information about Fabrizio Romano, and I don't have evidence towards it. What I'm going to say, I don't have evidence towards what I'm about to say, but there is some kind of a little bit of truth towards that. But on your point, whatever the stuff that you sent to me earlier on, talk to me through it. Then I'll give you something that I was reading about Fabrizio Romano, and I don't know.
I personally haven't read the full article. I've only got the little bit that my friend copy and pasted over to me, right? But essentially, it's an article done by the Mail. Yeah. Okay. The Mail is a newspaper over here.
Newspaper, the Mail. Yeah.
And in that article, it says staff at some clubs will not take Romano's calls because of their frustration with a modus operandi in which, as they see it, he either jeopardizes delicately poised transfer negotiations by claiming to be ahead of them, or builds momentum by using social media presence to help make a deal possible. Some in the game view him as a nuisance influencer rather than a reporter. Some agents feel the same way. One was in a delicate process of getting the best deal for a British player who was reluctantly leaving the Premier League for a European club, only to find out that a source linked to the selling club was feeding information to Romano about possible flight times for the private jet which would take that player away to that club. But we've spoken about this, like the amount that he tweets about deals, clubs are going to have issues with that. We've spoken about that on streams before and even off stream. Like the amount that he posts about deals and stuff like that, some of it's nonsense, right? There was one, what was it? I think it was yesterday, right? And he put, sometimes he does these little hint things. So it was yesterday he put like a white circle and then THFC and then something else. And I literally sent that to one of my friends. I went, what's the odds this is another BS thing that he's either repeating or there's nothing to it, right? A non-update. Yeah? Let me quickly find that. It take me about 2 seconds, right? THFC. Here it is. So he put a white circle emoji with the 2 eyes emoji with the Brazilian flag with hashtag THFC. This was yesterday at just after 3 p.m., right? At 3:04 p.m. to be exact. 1 minute later, breaking. Savinho not involved in Man City training today. City sources say absence due to illness, as Sam Lee reports. Understand Savinho has been clear once again this week. He wants to leave and join Tottenham. So, like I predicted, it's got to be a non-update. I'd literally said to people, Fab tweeted a hint that seems like it's gonna be Savinho to Spurs. It's probably gonna be BS like more talks, and then I put yep, called it, and then I sent it because he's so predictable, and I can see why clubs get annoyed because it's like, I mean, even other like journalists and that, you see what's been happening with him and Plettenberg over the last couple of weeks, where they've had a back and forth on social media. Like, I think people are just tired of it because it's like every so often he'll tweet about deals. Like, I don't know how many he's posted about Enzo Fernández in the last day or two, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably be a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
I understand what you're saying. I understand. He's trying to take accreditation, or not accreditation. He's trying to take credit for every single post and trying to make the whole world knows that he posted it first. So he is the #1 source in the world. But what is this? Is journalism not a competition?
Do you know what one of the funniest things is from this summoning?
It's not a competition. But big up to you,
The funniest thing from this... Go on.
Go ahead.
Okay. The funniest thing from this summer is the amount of times that he'll have like a exclusive so-and-so interested in X player, Y player, Z player, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then when the deal actually happens, you see Ornstein put exclusive, deal agreed, and like he gets there first. It's been quite funny. When this person sent the thing about Romano, this article, they said the summer just keeps getting worse for Fab at this point because the amount of like things he's reported as exclusive, and then he doesn't even get the actual terms as exclusive before Ornstein or others.
They put it out. And you know something I want to say about Fabrizio Romano. Yesterday I went back to the page again. If you can remember, during the World Cup, all the journalists across the world, those that were going on Gianni Infantino and his World Cup.
Yeah, he didn't say anything on it.
He didn't say anything negative on it. He comes and praise comment that is coming from Infantino or FIFA.
I saw an Ornstein exclusive, right? And I thought it was about Enzo, but it's about Gabriel Martinelli.
Okay. Nothing on Enzo yet. So guys,
nah, he's just saying
we're still tracking down the countdown. I think we're within 20 minutes. I'm not sure. I'll close the screen in a second.
Under 15 minutes to go now.
Under 15 minutes to go.
Like
I'm going to put the time up.
We won't necessarily hear at 5 o'clock, but we'll probably get an indication of what's happening. If that makes sense.
Well, we're not going to be here.
Huh?
What do you mean we're not going to be here? What do you mean we're not going to be here at 5?
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Okay. I said we won't necessarily hear that it's an offer's been in at 5. We might hear later. But we might get an indication of what's happening.
Right. Thank you, Stephen. We have a question here from Justin. Big up to you, Justin. Big up to you. Big up to you, my friend. Justin said, where is Enzo right now? I just joined the stream. Enzo at this moment is a Chelsea property. From what we know, from where we stand, without hearing anything else, right now it's a Chelsea property. It's a Chelsea Football Club. It's at Cobham right now. And here he said, will Chelsea sign a new goalkeeper? You know, I stand here, I sit on my chair and tell you, no. I don't see Chelsea signing a new goalkeeper from anywhere. Steven, what about you?
Yeah, I've said before I don't see it happening. And I explained it before of the only way I see it happening is if Penders is impressed to the point that he overtakes Sanchez for #1, I could see Sanchez wanting out, and then you need to sign a new keeper. That's the only way I see it. Or this season. Or if Sharman Lowe gets loaned out, then they'll have to get a third choice keeper. That's the only way I see it happening.
Do you reckon? Do you think that Sanchez's season is not going to be the best? Or do you think it's going to be much better based on the defense that we have in front of him?
Hard to say at the moment.
Yeah.
but you'd like to think that he would be better.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're still on tracking the transfer updates as they come in, and the timer is right on our screen, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on our screen. It's right there. So it's taking time going, waiting for Enzo Fernández and Manchester City to make a move. Waiting for them to make a move. We're here. I'm here with Stephen G, and that's the main reason why we're here. And after that, we got some few things that we're still going to go through whilst we're waiting for a news to pop up on our screen. And if you guys know much about Fridays we review a lot of things that have gone on. We remember that this week on Monday we did talk about. Oops, that's loud. Right, I have to mute that. Apology for those who were listening. It was very loud. Hey, Monday we did talk about a few transfer. We did yesterday. We talked about Enzo Fernández. We did also today. We're discussing Badiashile move that has been made on a loan move to Napoli for an option to buy for Napoli to buy if he performed very well. So the option is there for them to. It's not an obligation. The difference between obligation and an option. Obligation is you're entitled, even when they perform better. Or it doesn't, you have to pay that fee for the player and keep him. But this one is the option is there, so they can choose to buy him or choose not to, which is I think is a fair deal on the left center back, left center back Chelsea player. But now latest that we're hearing is Liam Delap also has been linked, or Como are showing interest of a 50 million. But will Como pay 50 million for Liam Delap? His poor performance with Chelsea, will he be a good fit? Even look at the 17-year-old Major. 17-year-old Major who played for Aston Villa in the Super Cup. Look at his performance against Liam Delap, who have had a season with Ipswich and then another season with Chelsea, and still going to have another season here. But
the amount of seasons isn't relevant in that sense. It's a fact that I didn't end up watching the Super Cup final. I was going to, and then stuff came up, and I didn't end up watching it, right? But everything I've heard from everyone I've spoken to said that Maggio was really causing problems for the PSG defense, right?
100% the first.
And he's 17 years old. And he's 17 years old, and he's doing that to the European champions.
Remember that I typed in the message. I was like the second coming of Lukaku. He has the stature. He has the stature of Lukaku, and I think he's a Cameroonian, right?
For the record, all I will say is you would not want to be the second coming of Lukaku and everything that's happened with his career. That's what I'm
not talking about the performance. I'm talking about the stature, the way it looks like. When Lukaku came to Chelsea at 18.
Oh, so the build.
Yeah, his build is strong. And Marquinhos could not handle him. And can you imagine Pacho, the Ecuadorian Pacho, is it Ecuador, right? Or Colombia?
Who?
Pacho.
Who?
Pacho.
Who's Pacho?
PSG center back, Pacho.
Oh, Pacho, yeah.
Yeah.
Ecuadorian. I always forget. Ecuadorian, I believe, yeah.
Yeah. He cannot handle the guy. You could tell the only thing that the guy need right now is he's a bit raw. He needs time. He needs time to help him with techniques. But if you look at the goal that he scored, Steven, unbelievable left-footed. Mm-hmm. It's a volley. Cross came in, they were pushing him down, and he still got his left leg on it. And he volleyed the ball, and it went on top of the roof of the net. And then what's his name? Is it Saparos or whatever his name is? The goalkeeper for PSG couldn't save it. That guy was like Saparos, yeah. Sapanos. He was like a Casillas against Chelsea. You remember that PSG game? We could not get a chance to pass this guy. I don't know how some goalkeepers transform to become a Buffon or a Peter Cech when they meet Chelsea. They transform their season on just one game. All right, still tracking down, still looking for it. 6 minutes to go to 5 o'clock, right? UK time, 5 o'clock, and nothing yet coming from Enzo Fernández. Say that again, Steven. When I'm talking and you say something, I can barely hear you. That's why I always make you repeat yourself when it happens that way. Because what it is 7. When I'm talking, I can hear myself. It's not delayed. I should be able to monitor what is coming in and what is going out. So when I speak, I hear myself. So when you speak through it, I always can hear catch everything you say clearly. But anyway, nothing yet. We're still tracking some few things from our sources and see if there's been any bid. I mean, even when the bid is done, I don't think we're going to have it right away. It will probably be maybe a few minutes later, someone will report it, that a bid has been made to Chelsea for the services of Enzo Fernández. But for now, nothing yet.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, so like, comment, and subscribe as we're still looking at tracking Enzo Fernández countdown. It's right on the screen. He's counting down, and it's the. I was looking at some few reports, and the remark on Enzo Fernández. It's I don't know. It's not a good thing. What were they saying?
Sorry, I just I saw a post, right? And it's someone quoting an Arsenal post about Gyökeres and how they've put up a thing fighting until the end, Act 2 of Year 1, Victor Gyökeres coming soon on the Arsenal app, yeah? And somebody quoted it, put, as a striker, if the first compliment your teammates say about you is that you try your best and run a lot, that means you're... You know the word, but I'm not saying it. Let's just say it's a 4-letter word that starts with S and ends with T.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That is such a weird noise, by the way.
Oh, so very funny. Yusuf Blue, big up to you. Yusuf Chelsea Blue. CMC says not long now till the deadline. Deadline, guys. I think he is staying at Chelsea. The only thing is maybe a deadline day can come in, it can pass. City can put in something the following day, even although the deadline day is there. But I don't know if Chelsea want to stay to their ground. Like, this is what we said, this is what we mean. Nothing else is coming in. Then it's over for Enzo Fernández.
Chelsea won't change their mind on it, because it's about giving the club time to find a replacement. The key point is, as I've said multiple times, and I'm going to say it again for anyone that's just joined, right? The key point to understand is that we probably won't hear at 5 o'clock, but we might start to get little bits of information coming out from reliable journalists, etc., that say to you, like, indicate to you which way this is going.
Okay.
Which indicate he's either going City or he's staying at Chelsea. But as of now, we haven't heard from anybody that an offer's gone in. But we also know how the media works. And if an offer has gone in, we know they're going to wait until bang on 5 o'clock. Because that's what they do. It's like I always say to you, ironically, when Chelsea were signing Enzo, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Romano every 2 minutes, it's tense, it's this, it's that, da. I guarantee you that there was an agreement ages before and they just didn't release it because they wanted the maximum hype on it. I've said it to you so many times. But that's what's going to happen here. They won't necessarily say on 5 o'clock, but they'll wait until slightly after, because then they're like, oh, okay, now everyone's wondering, now the hype's at the highest it's going to get.
My question, this is something I want to know. Where do the journalists get this information from that Chelsea have given all parties interested in Enzo Fernández a deadline day of today about 5 p.m.? Do the individual, do the journalists have to call in and find out what is going on with Enzo Fernández, or Chelsea make a statement? Did they put a statement up? Because I hadn't seen anything from the website.
There's a few different places that it could be heard from. It depends on who's reporting what and stuff like that. Because some people get their news from agents, some would get them from clubs, some would get them from just general people involved in the deal, might be intermediaries and stuff like that. We're officially under 1 minute until 5 o'clock. The question now remains, are we going to get any indication as to what's coming in the next couple of minutes?
Right, guys, it's right on the screen. We got 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Yeah, counting down. Steven, when it gets to 10, let's count it together. We're going to do it. We're going to count it together when it gets to 10. 25 seconds, 10 seconds going. We're going to count it. We're going to count it together. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, it's coming down. It's counting down. It's counting down. It's counting down. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. All right, guys, it's game over right now. The countdown of Dua.
Or is it?
Game over. Game over.
Not necessarily. Because, as I've said, we might not necessarily... Hang on, what's this? Hang on, someone's just posted something.
Oh, the person waited until the countdown is up.
Never mind. Never mind. It wasn't anything official. It was just from Pies, whatever you say it. And he put, there's no agreement publicly, so as it stands, Enzo stays at Chelsea according to Chelsea's deadline. Exactly the point I was making. Publicly, There's nothing.
So Liverpool have made interest trying to get Jero Kwanzaa back.
Not Liverpool. Arsenal won him.
Arsenal, sorry. Arsenal. My bad. Arsenal. Still nothing yet, guys. Still nothing. The countdown is over. The 5 o'clock UK time. It's up. The all the countdown, all the little thing that was being made about Enzo Fernández with Manchester City making a bit. It's all over. Yes, sir.
Ben Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea's 5 p.m. Friday deadline for an Enzo Fernández bid has now passed. No written offer from Man City or any club arrived. The 120 million exit conditions, and I quote, are now off the table. They were verbally made available to Fernandez's representatives in May to pitch to potential suitors. It remains to be seen whether City still try and make an offer post-deadline, but Chelsea now expect Enzo Fernández to stay for the 2026-27 season.
Well said. Well said. Also, the Zach Cancella also came in and says Chelsea received no formal offer before the Friday 5 p.m. deadline day. The £120 million price point and conditions communicated to Enzo Fernández representatives at the end of May are now off the table.
Bobby Vincent's done the same.
And will remain with the club for the coming campaign. So
they're all coming out with it. Bobby Vincent says the unofficial deadline's passed. No offers despite setting out their terms and conditions. Sources insist are now off the table to potential suitors. Chelsea expect him to remain.
Exactly. All right. So it's guys, it's all done right now. It's done. It's over. The Enzo Fernández saga of moving away from Chelsea this summer, it's all over. There's no talking point. He stays with Chelsea. Means that he's not even. Is there a chance, Steven? Is there a chance for him to move on in the summer?
Is it
In
this
the
summer?
winter? Sorry, January, in the winter window.
No, Chelsea
January.
won't sell him.
All right.
Sorry, I'm just typing something to one of my friends.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I'm also tracking something here. See if I can get something from our sources.
I'm trying to look up how to spell this thing real quick. I nearly posted that in the wrong thing.
Okay. So today's stream, it's done right now. It's all over, guys. It's over. We didn't get any news. And look, this I don't know. This is the only deal that almost everyone that I've listened to and everyone that have sent a message and talked to me, they're in between. It's like a 50-50. Whether Enzo Fernández goes, they're okay with that. Whether Enzo Fernández stay at Chelsea, they're also fine with that. So it's like pretty much everyone is within the 50% mark of Enzo Fernández leaving the football club or staying at the club. Are you in the same bracket, Steven?
Even Romano's posting it now as well. So the only one we're waiting on now is a post from David Ornstein. That's all we're waiting on now. You've got Ben Jacobs, you've got Nazar Kinsella, you've got Bobby Vincent, you've got all these guys, you've got Matt Law, you've got Romano. Everyone has posted except from Ornstein so far.
So let me ask you, what if Ornstein came up with a twist and say that a bid was sent in and Enzo will be moving in the next few hours or medical for a few hours? What would that say of any other person who have reported of Enzo staying?
It says that he's got completely different sources, and I'd trust Ornstein over anyone when it comes to this business.
Would you say that's why he's taking his time not to jump into a conclusion and report something that he doesn't think he have the right sources or the right information before he reports that? But Ornstein haven't said anything.
We all know how careful David Ornstein is with these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone so far, Kieran Gill, Matt Law, everyone that you'd basically associate with it, everyone's saying that there's no offer. I just need the Ornstein one to come out now.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen this one from Dom Smith from The Athletic. He also worked with Athletic, and he says Chelsea deadline has passed, and it's understood there were no beats made for Enzo Fernández. Same report also, pretty much the same thing from Dom Smith. Dom Gallagher, Dom Smith, Dom. Okay. No, nothing there.
Do you know what? I kind of wanted it to be dramatic, and it's not been dramatic at all. It's quite anticlimactic in that sense. I was like,
I think it's not a deadline day. That's why there's not going to be more reports coming in. It's going to be just one specific player.
If Chelsea want to be a serious club, you stick to this now, right?
Yeah.
Although I will say, they're saying that this 120 million, those terms are now off the table. You know what that means? If Chelsea just so want to, if a club tries to come in later in the window, we can go, well, we told you 120 million by 5 p.m. on the 14th of August. Now it's 150 or 160 or something outrageous.
Should Enzo price?
Simon Johnson.
His price goes up.
Simon Johnson, Athletic. Simon Johnson.
What's he saying?
Chelsea expect him to stay.
Okay. So, should Simon Johnson just put his up here to in about 17 seconds.
There was a verbal agreement with Enzo Fernández on personal terms since late May. I think given that it's now come from someone that works with Ornstein, I think now we can officially say this is done.
Okay.
But I'm just happy it's resolved, I'll be honest. Like, I was laughing because I was like, okay, this is finally done. Like, because I was like, I don't want this going on any longer.
Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna copy it from there.
That's probably his tweet, isn't it?
No, this one is from Don Smith, but they're the same news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just copied yours from Simon Philip. The same thing. I'm just gonna post it on my what do you call it? My WhatsApp page. And then
I'll get going on the website.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad this is done, but I'm really annoyed that it's come out from Simon Johnson that personal terms were agreed since late May.
Yeah. So someone Johnson said I expected Enzo Fernández to stay after 5 p.m. deadline day for Manchester City Football Club to make an offer 120 million bid passes without them doing so. There was a verbal agreement with representative player side for that sum since late May, no longer in place. There's more here. There's more to read. Okay, read more. I think it takes you to the website. Thank you very much, guys. That we're still on. Going through what we review. We'll call it Friday Q&A. If you have any question regarding the Enzo Fernández saga, if you have any question regarding any players that have come in, and also we want to know your thoughts on Chelsea's transfer dealings so far. How would you rate it out of 10? Will you give it a 5? Will you give it a 4? Will you give it a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Or will you give it a 10 plus? Let me know in the comments section below. And what area would you think that Chelsea need to improve or need to fix before the season starts? You have to remember, a lot of players have come in already. The more we bring in players, it makes it difficult for the manager to be able to get his methodology in place. I'm saying philosophy, style of play, for the players to be able to adapt to it within this short period of time. So it's very important that we don't overload the manager and the squad with too many players, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And one thing is, if Chelsea's first 5 games, it's going to be the most key point of where we finish. If Chelsea is going to win it, our first 5 games is going to be very important. If we don't start very well, that will be the end of Chelsea this season. We're not going to finish well. We need to start very well, because the impression we're going to provide in the pick is what we're going to build on to momentum. We're going to build on to that result. First game, and we have to try and beat at least the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United. I don't care about Man City, but Arsenal, Man United has been a team difficult for Chelsea to beat. And if Chelsea, I'm going to give you one statistic, something that I've seen. I'm trying to make that comparison. If Chelsea is going to go on and win it Lavia will be a very key player to the way we play. If you guys can remember, our first 10 games when Lavia was up and running, he was healthy. Look at where Chelsea found himself. I think we found himself in the first, either second, third of. We were up on top there somewhere. We were doing very good until Lavia went down. Lavia's, I would say, healthiness or him being fit will mean a lot to how Chelsea play and where Chelsea finished this season. So we gotta pray and manage Lavia very well because he's that good of a player and he improved the team when he plays. I'll leave the rest of Steven. I don't think Steven has anything on his table right now, but let me go to these comments real quick. Big up to my guy over here, DJ Kenny Black. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, and big up to everyone joining us on the stream. Nehemiah, welcome back again. DJ Kenny, welcome back. He says, "Oh, sorry for that answer. We need him to stay at Chelsea. We need a good midfielder like Enzo Fernández when the game is it stands in the Fernandez and when the game stands in. Fernandez came in the game with Cole Palmer. Sorry. For me, I support Enzo Fernández to stay at the football club. But that is all about DJ Kenny. So big up to DJ. Keep your comments coming. If you have more questions, and DJ, drop it in the comment section below. We'll take this time, and Stephen G will give you the answers to those questions if you're struggling with something. If you have any question regarding, and like I said, if you guys have any position in the team that you want to fix, which position would that be? If you're talking about a goalkeeper, I'm telling honestly, I'll tell you the truth. There's not going to be any goalkeeper coming in. We're going in with Sanchez, Fernandez, and any other goalkeeper that we bring in from the league. It will be because that Fernandez is going to be a number one and number two, but he will be challenging or he will be improving and learning from Sanchez in that way. It's not that he's going to learn how to be a goalkeeper. No, he's learning some few things like how to target these top players and when they shoot, because it's going to be different. The play of what Fernandez is used to is going to be different in the Premier League. So you cannot just come in and be number one. You have to steady. So it's something what I call it steadying. He's steadying the ship and see how the ship maneuver and moves on the sea. So he can make sure he gets that balance right when he gets in, maybe next season when Sanchez leaves. But Nehemiah, big up to you, Enzo stays at the football club. Absolutely, he stays. The only one we haven't heard from right now is David Ornstein. But 80% of the reporters have all said that Enzo Fernández, the likes of Simon Phillips, the likes of Fabrizio Romano, I think what's his name, Don Smith, and the others that we've been watching have all said similar thing. So if there's a twist somewhere, we don't know yet. But then it looks like everyone is happy whether he goes and whether he stays. No one, there hasn't been that much of a 60% fan base want him out. We know he's a good player. He's a top talented footballer. And we having him, it's going to be a plus for the team. Him moving away, also we can, invest that money into other top talented players to be at the football club and help us. So it's whichever way it goes is a win-win for Chelsea and the Chelsea fans. Everything, all the information is going to be on BCN Sports. Check on BCN Sports right on the internet. You will find it there. The report, the news, some of the transfer dealings will be right there. We have reporters that we have freelance journalists also that put information there. And also before they go there, we make sure our chief editor, Steven, will check on the news that go there. So yeah, if you're bored, you want something to read, we have articles that goes on bluecloudsmedia.com. You can find it just right there and read something. Also, you can leave us a comment. When you get there, you can leave us a comment. It's something that you want to see. And then some of our news also. Our transfer news that we discussed on the YouTube platform are also linked on the website, so you can go there and check some few things out. if you don't have if you're trying to figure out who's going in and who's coming in, as it was being reported today that Napoli, Como has made an interest to get Liam Delap. Also, it'll be a good thing. You can read it from there. Other sources. You can use that platform as your source. Also, Fab tweet is not over. Fabrizio tweet is not over. Let me check that real quick as we have here. Let me see what Fab is saying.
Pretty sure he didn't say it's not over.
I haven't seen anything from Fab right now. From Nehemiah. Nehemiah, where are you getting that from, Nehemiah?
Hang on.
Fab haven't said anything, Nehemiah.
No, Fab has, but
He
all Fab said is Chelsea. No, Chelsea consider Enzo Fernández no longer available at £120 million as terms were made clear to his camp since May, effectively agreed as a release clause. Chelsea happy to keep Enzo and continue with him. Man City maintained active talks with Enzo's camp in the last 48 hours too. Up to Man City if they want to try again on different conditions. Well, those different conditions would have to be more than 120 million now. News to her.
Yeah, I'm right here, Stevie. Where am I going? I got nowhere to go, bro.
You're frozen.
Okay. I'm just trying to put this information there on the application that I created. Enzo Fernández to stay after 5 p.m. deadline. Day is over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might change the picture I used.
Yeah, I'm gonna change this picture too, so we know he's. I should have.
What picture are you on about?
The one he's wearing the Manchester City jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to replace that picture. Okay, let me go to the custom.
Why is somebody just put doubling down?
I have one picture I can use of Enzo. Now he's returning to the pitch. This one is much better. All right, so now Enzo Fernández stay at Chelsea. Now he's gonna make his way to the pitch and play for Chelsea. All right, then the thumbnail is right there. Badiashile, guys, a little report from Chelsea yesterday. Badiashile has moved to Napoli and on the loan deal. I think the deal is about 3 million, but 3 million with an option, to buy Badiashile. Look, Badiashile is not that bad of a player, but he's not quick for the Premier League. And I'm sure that he will be a maestro at the Italian league because the kind of pace that the Premier League possesses, the Italian league doesn't. It's not that quick, and I'm sure Badiashile will find that easy for him. So,
you'd assume so.
Yeah. It should be better for him. He should be able to control, but he's got some good passing range also. His good passing range is very good. He passes very well. I remember last season at one time the metrics that he was one of the best passers of the ball on all the European top leagues. He was one of the best. So, but then the pace is the problem. The pace for Badiashile is a problem. Nehemiah said that Fab tweet is over. All right. Fab tweet is over. You get what I mean? It's over. It's not over. Sorry. Jordan up the chills. Big up to you, 1996. Big up to Jordan. Yeah, big up to man like Jordan. He says big up to the panel. Up the chills. Up the chills, Jordan. All right, Jordan and everyone out there. Thank God it's Friday. We were going through it. We've seen Pep Chavarria has landed at Chelsea's what do you call it? Chelsea's back line is looking very sexy. It's looking very palatable. It's looking very appetizing. It's like it's just one of the best setup and defensive that Chelsea have lined up. And if you look at the attack, Steven, when you're done, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Chelsea's aspiration of winning the title this year. Let's talk about that for a minute. And let's put things in context on how Chelsea can win it. We can talk about a negative aspect of it, and we can make some few comparison. Look at the players that Chelsea have now.
I'm listening.
Look at the players that Arsenal, Manchester United, and Liverpool, and then also Manchester City have paraded. And let's see whose front line is more lethal that can get a lot of goals. We have to look at it upon what we have now. We're not looking at when the window closes. If you look at Chelsea's front three or front four or front two or front one, the way they play, which of these teams has a lethal upfront attacking force?
Out of which teams?
Compared to the top five. Let's start from Manchester City. Make some few comparison. On that left-hand side, we have we know Doku is there compared to Chelsea's Morgan Rogers. We know what Doku does. Doku is very good, but then has a problem with end product. End product, he's very skillful, very good. Arguably, I would say in European football, 1v1, Doku will be the number one. Maybe number one or two with Vinicius Jr. also over there, and also Mbappe over there. He's among the five in the world. But where do we put Morgan Rogers? Trying to make that comparison 1v1. He's not that. I think Doku beats him in 1v1. Do you agree with me or not?
I'm not entirely sure. Because I wouldn't say Rogers is exactly an out-and-out winger. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. It's more of a central, that midfield.
Kind of changes things, if that makes sense.
But we're trying to let's try and narrow it down. Looking at Chelsea's attack and looking at City's attack, looking at Man City, Man United, Arsenal, and Manchester United. Which of the, who has the best lethal front three?
I'm trying to think of what City's attack's going to be. 1 second.
City attack. When I can say off the top of my head, Doku will be there on the left-hand side. We have Almighty, the Viking will be in the middle. Helen Haaland will be in the middle. On the right-hand side, we have Semenyo. So they have Semenyo. So Man City have Semenyo, Helen Haaland. You're talking about when everyone is fit. That is what they have. Semenyo.
Mamouche can come in as well.
Oh, Mamouche. Mamouche won't start for them. I don't think Mamouche is going to start. Oh, I know he can, but I'm saying if you have Doku feet, Haaland feet, and Semenyo feet, Mamouche don't start this game. So Man City has Doku, Mamouche, Doku, Haaland, and Semenyo. Who do Arsenal have? Arsenal have Martinelli, who apparently we've heard that he'll be leaving. He hasn't left yet, so we put Martinelli there. Martinelli, Gyökeres, or Hazard? No Hazard. Kai Havertz. Who do we go for? Who do we go for? The Jewish or the German? I think German starts any day for Arsenal. Kai Havertz.
What, Havertz?
Yeah. He starts for Arsenal. Look at all the big games. It's him. And the smaller games, it's Gyökeres.
So I'm just seeing what amount's been done for, the Liverpool sale.
Yeah.
So that's going through apparently 30%
The Liverpool deal?
sale of percentage of the club.
Okay. All right, guys, if you're still joining us, we're discussing the front three of each of these teams, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool, and looking at who has the strong attacking force.
Can I share my screen for a second?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. We'll also share that. I'm going through this comment real quick. Jordan said the price tag is going up now. This season, Man City fans are fuming. Now it will end up being like 130 million next summer, or even more, 130 or 140 more, depending on the transfer market. If you get Ellie Henderson going for 116, Morgan Rogers going for 117, imagine what the summer will call for. Inflation is going to happen. Inflation is not going down. It's not going to keep going up every summer. Go ahead, Steven.
I'm going to do it this way. Nee, would you say, sat here now, this is probably the strongest team? You can make the argument that based on what we saw, you could put Palestra over Chavarria at left wing back. And you could make the argument that Reece could play right centre back and Palestra could play right wing back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's arguments to be had over a couple positions, but I think on a base, that's probably not too far off if we're sat here today.
I don't like this formation.
It's what we were using the last few games of preseason.
Yeah, I know. I don't like this formation. That's Christmas tree formation. I don't like it. It makes us too narrow. It makes us too narrow.
It doesn't.
It does.
Because of you. Huh?
It does. Technically, when you're playing a video game, the chemistry makes the players more narrow.
Yeah, but you don't have video game, not real life.
Not in a wide.
In this situation, we've seen it. Yeah, you have, for example, let's use Reece James in this situation. Yeah, we saw it with Palestra, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I go here, when Chelsea were attacking, right?
Yeah.
Palestra was up here, and this was Esteval, right?
Okay.
But I can't remember. If I remember rightly, there was 4 or so players up here behind and around the striker. There's 4 or 5 players, including the striker.
Okay.
So you do end up with the width.
That's when we're attacking. But when we're defending, we're very, very going to be very, very open. We're defending. It means that if you pass through these guys over here, it's going to be very easy to score goals.
Again, you're forgetting we haven't had our strongest players, right?
No, I'm talking about with the strongest players on.
But with our strongest players, the gaps won't be there as much. The gaps were there more because you had players who weren't your starters or were academy kids, right? That was why there was more of the gaps, right? If you have, okay, for example, let's speak hypothetically for a second, right? Let's change Fofana for a minute and put Reece James here, right? So that you don't have Reece James bombing up and down the right-hand side.
Okay.
Right? And let's put Palestra here, right? You could, if you wanted, put, say, Quenda here, for example, right? I'm throwing ideas out at the moment, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
One thing that having Reece as a centre-back does is that, from what I remember, Alonso in a back three, he likes his wider centre-backs to be comfortable actually out wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by having Reece, who's a natural fullback, as the right centre-back, right? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big advantage, right? But also, not only is Reece then able to play the ball to Palestra, Enzo, Caicedo, whoever he wants, basically, yeah?
Yeah.
Reece, if he's fit, we can all sit here and say Reece is good defensively, as good defensively as he is attacking as a fullback, right? Palestra, we've not seen too much of him defensively for me to make a judgment yet. It's only been a couple games. Do you get what I mean? So if you have reset, for example, it is of a benefit, if that makes sense.
It is a benefit, but Steven, what I'm looking at is we have Palestra, just like you said, Palestra joining Cole Palmer up front to provide that width that we're asking for. It's going to be same thing with Giovanni Quanda. Whoever they either Lavia or Quanda play in that position. I don't know if Lavia will play in that position or not. But then Lavia, Quanda will be moving up front to help Morgan Rogers up there to provide that width. But as soon as we lose the ball, and we're gonna play with the.
Actually, I've got a good picture if I can find it that I sent to you from one of the preseason games.
Once you find it, as soon as we leave the ball, we lose the ball. If Quenda is not able to cover very well, we will be left with so much space in the gap, which sometimes if you're not careful, it will be 1v1 against Sanchez. A lot of time, if we are not careful, and you have a very pacey winger on that right or the left-hand side, and we know Reece James will have to sprint a lot. If Palestra is not dropping deep, it means that Reece James will sprint a lot on that right-hand side. And then also Levi Cole will have to do similar, because if we drop the ball, we lose the ball from it, and then they hoop the ball all the way down here to that left-hand side of the attack. We are in big trouble. But we don't have
got two different images for you, right? This is from the AC Milan game, I believe, right? Both of the images will be, right?
If you have a video, you can play it.
I don't have a video. I took it as a screenshot whilst watching the game. I sent it to you, but that's what I was looking for. So in this situation, right? You've got actually. Let me go here. This is João Pedro, right?
Yeah, where he should have been sent.
This is Danny Welbeck, right?
Okay.
This, I believe, if memory serves correct, is Romeo Lavia.
Yeah, that's Lavia.
This is Caicedo.
Yeah, that's Caicedo. That's correct.
And this is Palmer, right?
Yeah, that's Palmer. Yeah.
So that's in one image, one moment, right? I've got a larger image from a different moment, which I think was only a few minutes later, right? What do you see in this situation? Because do you know what I noticed, Nee?
Are
you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You were talking and it cut. I thought it bugged out.
In this situation, we don't have. We only have. It's like 2-2 in the form of like a 4-2-2 formation right now. That's how we've lined up ourselves.
4-2-2-2. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-2-2 right now.
Which I actually quite like this, because it's not your typical 4-2-2-2, right? So many
twos. Defensive mode. This is the defensive mode.
But do you know why I like it?
Defensive mode.
Because we know that it's a back three formation. Yeah.
Right.
You got Palestra here, who is your left back / left wing back, right?
Right. And the same thing, the one on the right hand side.
Who that was. It might have been Hato.
Yeah, Hato on the right hand side. We can barely see him, but he's right there.
And then I think it's Fofana and a Champong. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's correct. I think it was Hato, Fofana, or Champong. Right? Then you got Neto here. Neto, remember, was your wing back in the game, right?
Yeah.
So in this situation that we're talking about here, right, you've got a back four that has shifted over to the side where the ball is, because look where the ball is at the moment, right here.
Yeah.
So the back four has shifted over, right? You've got a free man here at the bottom of the screenshot, which Neto can easily get out to, right? You'd have a Champong push up to the man where Neto is, right?
Yeah.
It's very easy to shift from this to prevent an attack, if that makes sense. Also, I like the fact that you've got the setup up here with having João Pedro and Welbeck, who both can play as strikers. And in this game, they were rotating their positions a lot, even with, I think it was even with Palmer, they were rotating as well, right? But I like the fact that in this situation, because you could be in situations where you need to play João Pedro and Welbeck together in some games, right? You've got essentially 2 strikers, right? And you've got both of them up ready to press and put the opposition under pressure and force them back. That ball's gone. Welbeck's already on his bike. He's already moving towards that player, right? As soon as that ball goes, Palm has to shift over.
Yeah.
Because then once that ball gets here, Palmer has to shift to close that option. You then got João Pedro on his man here, Welbeck here. You'd have Palmer here, Lavia here, Caicedo here, Neto here. Do you see what I mean? Like, it shifts almost to man at that point.
So just like you said, we during attack we play with the back 3. So, but when we don't have the ball, we play with the back 4 because that's right now. That makes us even with defensively.
5.
Yeah, we play with 5 because Hato is right on the halfway line, and then they form the shape of in the form of like I don't know how to say it. Is it an oval or half a moon or something like that? Like a half a moon where we have center back is the last man over there.
Thing.
Yeah, the center back is the half last man. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. 7. We got 6 players in the halfway line, and we have 5 players in the attack form. So we have 2 mounting pressure, 2 behind in the middle, and then we have 1 that sits in the that sits behind. I think the last one will be Caicedo behind Lavia. It's Caicedo who clear out or marking.
Yeah,
so it's like
Caicedo here.
Yeah, Caicedo is the one that he's the last guy in that midfield before it gets to Cowell or Achampong or the others. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting formation to watch. It's all about, sometimes some people will say formation doesn't matter, some formation doesn't matter, but then the personnel on the pitch that makes the formation works much better. But
that's what I was saying to you, right? Because
go ahead, Seven. I was going to read this, but go ahead when you're done. I'll read it.
Okay, that's what I was saying to you in the sense of, in this game, right? Like I said, on the pitch, you've got Welbeck, who's going to be more of a bench player coming off the bench, right? You've got João Pedro, who is a starter. You've got Palmer, who's a starter. You've got Lavia, who unfortunately can't stay fit for longer than 5 minutes. Although, one thing I do want to say on a side note, because we're talking about this game, I think this was the game where he completed his first 90 minutes or his second, whatever, first that I can remember, right?
Mm-hmm. And he was so happy.
And one thing I do want to say is to mention the management of Alonso, like the man management, where when he done his interview after the game, it was mentioned about how his first time he's played 90 minutes or first time since his first preseason that he's played 90 minutes, right? And he said something along the lines of Lavia had like a mental block about playing 90 minutes. So it was just get him out there, get him the 90 minutes, make him tired. Because then the logic being, right, and he didn't say this, but essentially the logic being, look, you've now gone out, you've played 90 minutes, you know you can do it. You're not injured. You're fit enough to be able to play 90 minutes. There's no reason you cannot do that, right? Do you get what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
The reason I brought it up is because
like
we were talking about the man management of Mourinho with the quotes from Lampard, right? The other day.
Yeah.
Where he went into the shower when Lampard was in there and he said, "You are the best in the world." It's all about getting into the mind of the player, right?
That's psychology.
Everyone
That's why we remember that.
Sorry, go on.
If you can remember, there was one time we were talking about managers who have to study psychology so they can know how to play the psychological effect on the players, how to imply that on the players. So if you're a manager and you don't study psychology, it's going to be very difficult to get these players understanding or maybe having them to be making them a winning machine. Jose has a lot of experience working under is it Sir Bobby Charlton? Working, is it Charlton? Yeah, working under Sir Bobby Charlton.
On the side note, you say Charlton, there was an interesting thing, I think it was mentioned in the documentary about that, right? He said that Mourinho was viewed as the translator, right?
And he was.
But to Mourinho, he was more of an assistant manager because he's the one giving the players the instructions. He's doing more than just translating. He's actually having to put across the instructions and set out the training, right?
So he was a coach in the first way. He was doing the job for Bobby Charlton.
Officially translator, but if he's having to translate the instructions and the tactics, you can kind of see why in his head he's like, well, I'm more than just a translator, right?
It's
all psychology.
It's kind of go ahead, Steven.
It's all psychology, and that's what I'm saying. It's when Alonso said that about Lavia, I was like, this is good because everyone knows that Lavia is a very, very good footballer. The issue is availability. He gets injured a lot. But if you can get into his mind, right, that's part of the first steps, right? Because you can literally say to, I don't know what that conversation is. Obviously, we're not privy to that, right? But essentially, in that situation, he could have said something along the lines of, you know you're not injured, you're not getting treatment, like, you don't feel anything, no pulled muscles, anything like that, right? And that's the thing, right? If you don't feel anything, just go out, play as long as you can. If you want to come off, you want to come off, whatever. But if you're not injured, which he wasn't injured in this game, Alonso essentially intentionally pushed him beyond what Lavia probably felt was his limits, if that makes sense. Like, mentally in Lavia's head, he was probably at his limits, and Alonso, like, managed him in a way that pushed him through that so that it then registers in Lavia's mind of, oh, I can actually do this. Like, I can play these 90 minutes. I'm not injured. I'm just tired. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Look, it's
but I
just
just
like,
wanted to make that little side note because I thought that was a really big thing from this game.
Psychology is very important, and him being a translator, it's just like me telling someone to tell you to tell someone something. So let's say I'm telling this guy is a lazy guy. He's very lazy, but that's what I told you. He doesn't understand what I said, like him being lazy. But you translating to him saying that you telling him in a better way that he said that your work rate is very low and you got to put in the hard work. You get what I'm saying? You rephrase it in a different way.
What some people might do, which is also very smart, and I know we're on a side note, but it all links back to the whole Lavia thing and how tactics work and all psychology of management, right?
Yeah.
Because it is an interesting side note because Alonso's got to have to manage the Enzo situation now, and that's got to be psychology. It's how bought into this project is Enzo Fernández now that this move looks like it's not going to happen at all, right? And that's another part of why I wanted to go into it, right? But what could happen with the whole translating thing, right, is you can say to me, this person has low, like you have low work rate, but you're telling that to me you're saying that to the player, but I'm translating it, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't understand their language, they don't understand yours, right? I can word it very specifically if I know what I'm doing, that it motivates that player, right? I don't have to repeat what you said because you don't understand what I'm saying to them.
Right. Yeah. You can do that. You can do that. If you know there's a better way, you can rephrase it to create a good relationship with the players. Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Exactly. But no, I just wanted to bring this up because we're talking about tactically how things work, right? In this situation, it's easy to transform to a 5 because you've already got in a 4-2-2, a 4-2-2-2.
Yeah.
So Neto just shifts, Lavia drops back, and you're in a 5.
Exactly. Thank
I
you
didn't
very
mean to
much.
go on that tangent,
guys,
but I did remember it from that game. So
if you guys enjoying the conversation, don't forget to drop a like on the video as we have here from Luciano. Luciano is the name. It says Luciano. It says City has been investing poorly in their reinforcement in recent seasons, which is why he hasn't won anything significantly, and it looks like it's going to get worse. This worries me. I hope I'm wrong. From him, looks like he's a City fan. Doesn't it sound like a City fan, Steven?
but who hasn't won anything significant? I'm confused.
City.
But City have. They won the Premier League.
City hasn't won anything significant for. I mean, last season they didn't win anything. It was just last season
they won an FA Cup and that was it. But
yeah.
Before that, look what they were doing before last season.
But do you agree with him that City haven't invested? They haven't invested very well. They've invested poorly, which I kind of agree. I kind of agree with him.
I wouldn't say they necessarily invested poorly, right? And hear me out on this.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I'm hearing you.
I don't think it's necessarily they invested poorly. I think it's Pep's utilization of the players he had that they had signed was what made it look poor.
Okay.
Because they signed Reinders for how much, and now he's going for about 60 million to Saudi. But he didn't really get used too much.
Reinders was around 80 million.
But he didn't really get used, right?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? It's not necessarily that they invested poorly. It's that he wasn't utilized.
So, if you don't have time or you don't have any place for this player, why'd you bring him in? City have done that a lot. They waste a lot of money. Same thing with Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish. If you don't have
Grealish one still, the Grealish one. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this for a second because I'm jumping entirely. The Grealish one is interesting, right? Was Grealish ever a £100 million player? No. That, I think we can all sit here and say, factually, he's not a £100 million player, right? At any point in his career, he's not been a £100 million player. That's what he got sold for. But on what you saw, he's not a £100 million player. And the market wasn't what it is now. So there was some deals that were silly, and that was one of them, right? But if you said to me Grealish is, say, at that time, maybe 60, 70 million, I could see the argument for it. Grealish isn't a bad player, right?
No, he's not.
Grealish's issue, I think it was pressure. And we've spoken about this a lot with Chelsea because we've had a lot of players we've spent a lot of money on and they've not worked out. Mudryk, TBD, to be determined, to be decided, right? Because now he's back. Let's see how
some time to improve.
Yeah, but also, on a side note on the Mudryk thing, because I'm saying about how pressure and stuff like that could impact a player, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Mudryk, a lot of players who are in his situation wouldn't necessarily train individually the way he's been training and using non-league facilities to train to stay fit and stay prepared for the exact situation that occurred a couple of weeks ago where he's no longer banned with an immediate effect. He's able to play, right? Which would then delay the process more, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he had a lot of pressure. When he came in, his debut, he looked incredible against Liverpool, right? And then we all know what happened after that. But I think it's a pressure thing, and I think that's what happened with Grealish. I think it was, at the time, that was obviously the British transfer record. Yeah? So you've got the weight of that on your shoulders. You're going to Man City, who are serial winners at this point in time. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And you know that, they've just paid 100 million, I'm going straight in this team, right? Because there's no way you're paying 100 million for him to be a backup. So you've got that. You've got the weight of it generally being the British transfer record. It's Man City. You're expected to make an impact, to win things with them and all this. And I just think a lot of it weighed him down. And I think that's why it didn't work out for him. Because look what happened last season when he went to Everton. I mean, granted, he ended up getting injured, but that wasn't until, I don't think, the back end of the season. But he went there and unbelievable start to the season. To the point that people are saying, like, he's performing to a standard where he's genuinely in the conversations for being in England camps again.
Yeah, he could have been if he hadn't been drinking.
No, I think it was the injury, wasn't it? He got injury and then that's what caused him to sit.
Atletico Madrid and Marseille are playing 1-1 right now. It is 59 minutes, 43 seconds.
Who Marseille?
It goes on. Yeah, I think something that I've noticed is with Manchester City, and it's not just me. A lot of people talk about this all the time. Man City restrict individual players that have flair and talent from doing certain things. They can't, have fun with the ball anymore. When they get the ball within the space of time, they have to pass, move into empty spaces, pass. They're not given that free will to see the Eden Hazard in them, free will to see the Lamine Yamal in them, the free will to see the Lionel Messi in them. We don't see those players anymore because of the way Pep Guardiola is strictly instruct players to play football. It gets the talent away from the players. And Steven, what about Calvin Phillips? Why did Manchester City brought in Calvin Phillips? He never kicked a ball for Man City.
He's gone
destroy the career
back
of the
on
player.
Another loan to Sheffield United. He's back on loan at Sheffield United again.
Yeah, they destroyed the career of the player. They destroyed the career. He was doing very well with Leeds United. It Leeds United, right? When they bought him.
Yeah, he was at Leeds United. From Leeds. Yeah, with Calvin Phillips, it could again be a pressure thing, but for different reasons. But for me, I think he got a move to Man City too early. I think that's the issue with him.
At that age, 7, he's playing the championship. How is that too early? No,
because
he's playing the championship.
Okay, let me check
the Premier
something
League.
quick. Let me quickly check something.
Yeah.
7.
We got 7 minutes. Let's wrap up.
That's right. I don't need so. I can't talk. I don't need
I'm just
7
saying we
minutes.
got 7 minutes so we can wrap up.
That's right. So he had two seasons in the Premier League with Leeds before his move to Man City, right? Season 1 at Man City, he played 21 games. Season 2, he played 10 games, and then he went on loan to West Ham for the second half of the season. Yeah?
Yeah.
Season after, he went on loan to Ipswich Town in the Prem.
Ipswich.
Yeah. That was last season. He was at Ipswich. Oh, no, correction. That was 2 seasons ago. He was at Ipswich. Last season, he was at Sheffield United. This season, he's gone back to Sheffield United.
Sheffield. It's very unfortunate for the player. Steven, this is what Vince is saying. Vince brought this up here. He says that I don't see Chelsea changing their stance on Enzo Fernández. It makes no sense to put deadline there and still open to negotiation for a bigger fee. It will look so bad on Chelsea. I believe this Enzo Fernández is officially over for this summer. We'll move on. That's what Vince is saying.
Do you know what, Nee?
From his tweet. Yeah.
On the Enzo thing, real quick, right? One thing I will say is Chelsea have had a lot of sagas with players wanting out over the last few years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even as far back as the Thibaut Courtois one, for example, right?
The snake.
Yeah, exactly. Courtois did not show up to training, if you remember rightly, right?
He went AWOL.
We all know how much of a mess the Mason Mount situation was. Let's not relive that, right? But at least Enzo Fernández has come to Cobham. He's training with the team. You can see the pictures that are getting put up the last few days when he's training. He's all smiles. He looks to be enjoying himself. He's not kicking up a fuss. He's not forcing a move, per se. Did he go about it the wrong way in the last few months? Yes. We can all sit here and say yes. Did Pastore go about it the wrong way with what he's constantly done, interviews and stuff about trying to find a deal and all this rubbish? Yes. Should Enzo get rid of Pastore and get an agent who actually knows what he's doing, because Enzo's the only notable name that Pastore has with Pastore as an agent, right? He doesn't have any other notable names. Yes, Enzo should leave him and go to an agent who has been in the game longer and would do things more respectfully. But if Enzo comes out and he can apologize and everyone moves past it for a year or two, okay, fair enough. It is what it is. But I think for me, the fact that he made the comments he did and Pastore made the comments he did all in the past and all that, yeah, that was bad. That was wrong. That was the poor way to go about things. But the fact he's showing up to Cobham, he clearly seems to be enjoying himself in training. I respect that he's shown up for training where a lot of players, if they want out, they're not going to show up to training. He's at least trying to be professional. And I can respect him for that.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I agree with Steven. But City has been a problem. They have wasted some few players. They have wasted some few players. Reinders or whatever they call him. He's just there for a season and he's gone. Yeah. Mamouche from the Bundesliga also came there, and I think he's a good player in him. They don't use him very well.
Mamouche has been good for them.
Yeah, but they're willing to offer, send him off. From what I'm reading, there are offers for him. Anyway, guys, so thank you very much. Nee and Steven has been here for over an hour, 29 minutes now. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 29 minutes. The countdown is over. Enzo Fernández saga has really closed now. Chelsea are done with Enzo Fernández for the summer. He stays at Chelsea Football Club. And we'll move on. But thank you to every one of you. Estavi Williams, Jordan, and man like Luciano, and Nehemiah Fowell, DJ Kenny, and Yusuf. Also big up to Yusuf. He said, I think that Enzo Fernández stay. But thank you all. Stevie G, we and Stevie want to thank you. Want to say Leo Desperados and hang on to hope. We'll see you guys same time. I don't know, Steven, what are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow would have to be a later stream because I'm at some event.
Okay. Yeah. Then we're not going to worry about it. It's just going to be Chelsea's last preseason. If Steven was around, I would say we can sit down and discuss it. First, watch along for the stream back.
Yeah. I've got an event that I need to be at, some family thing, so I can't do it.
Yeah. All right. So Steven, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll either have a change of mind. I have nothing doing, but for now, I don't think I have anything else doing by my schedules. I don't have. But yeah, else. Well, thank you all and adios. Bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner. Feel no pain. You are a winner. Feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner.